coins for well over 230 years now. And in that long and storied history, there have been a few coins that have stood apart from the rest. And one of the most popular coins ever struck in U.S. mint history is without a doubt the iconic Morgan silver dollar. It was struck from 1878 until 1921 during its initial run, and recently in 2021 we saw the coin come back again for the 100th anniversary of the end of the iconic silver dollar. With all the fanfare surrounding the brand new Morgan silver dollars, collectors are finally turning their attention back to the original coins, including those that were struck during the final year of issue in 1921. Tonight we came across a handful of coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint during that last year of issue, and our coins are in beautiful, uncirculated condition despite being well over 102 years old. And in that condition, collector's quality uncirculated, you are talking about a fraction of the entire mintage that still exists. Out of the 44+ million Morgan dollars struck that year at the Philadelphia Mint, you're talking about less than 1% of the entire mintage still being known today in beautiful, uncirculated condition. These coins tonight are item number 905-1649. That's 905-1649. And while our group lasts, we are just $49.95 each for these 1921 Philadelphia Mint Morgan dollars in beautiful, uncirculated condition. At less than $50 per coin, we are the envy of our competition, more than $86 less than our nearest competitors for beautiful, uncirculated Morgan dollars struck at the Philadelphia Mint all the way back in 1921. You can call in at 1-866-518-5933, or if you don't feel like using the phone tonight, that's fine. You can head on over to our website, avccoins.com. There you'll see a small search bar on the right-hand side of the page, and up there you're going to put 905-1649. It's 905-1649, and we are just $49.95 per coin for a beautiful, uncirculated Morgan dollar struck at the Philadelphia Mint back in 1921. These were the last coins struck during the initial run of the iconic Morgan silver dollar. It's a coin that has become so popular with collectors, it was without a doubt the coin considered by many to be the true silver dollar of the Wild West. Because while the Morgans and the Peace dollars did circulate throughout the American Wild West, when it comes to an all-American silver dollar, the Morgan takes the cake. And these were the last coins struck during that initial run all the way back in 1921. Now, we talked about how popular the Morgan silver dollar was, but it's worth putting it into perspective that when the United States Mint decided to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the transition from the Morgan to the Peace dollar, which happened all the way back in 1921, they didn't create a brand new design. They didn't try and combine the designs like some other world mints have done, and those coins have looked pretty nice. When it came time to honor the original Morgan silver dollar, they had to stick with the design that collectors had fallen in love with hundreds of years prior. The coin was struck from 1878 until 1921, and it was without a doubt the workhorse of the American economy. These coins were struck all over the United States, but the Philadelphia Mint, the mother mint as it were, was the primary producer of the Morgan silver dollar. We're talking about 305+ million coins struck during the entire run from 1878 until 1921. And so, 100 years later, in 2021, the U.S. Mint would release for the first time in 100 years a Morgan silver dollar. And then again in 2023, we would see 3 more Morgan dollars added, including the first ever proof and reverse proof Morgan dollars. But the only problem is, these modern day Morgans cost an arm and a leg. Those 2021 coins released for the 100th year anniversary, good luck finding one of those in the OGP for less than $300 per coin. And for the new coins released this year, if you can find them available at all, you're looking at upwards of $180 to $300 per coin if you start talking about those rare proof and reverse proof issues. These are the coins that collectors are now turning their attention to, because when it comes to collecting, firsts and lasts are always important. And it's hard to find a coin more sought after than the last Morgan dollar struck during the original run. Many would assume that these coins would be relatively easy to find with the massive 44+ million mintage that they struck. But when you put it into perspective, you begin to realize just how few of these coins actually survived until today. Now, in 1921, they did strike the Morgan dollar for one more year, and a lot of that came from the fact that the US Mint already was kind of worried about the transition to the peace dollar. When they first started striking the Morgan dollar, it did not go well in 1878 with the 7 and 8 tail feather debacle, and unfortunately the peace dollar would have its own issues, not striking many coins for most of the 1921 year. So when it came time to use everyday silver dollars, the Morgan was still the major pusher in the American economy. And then as we pushed into the peace dollar years, they would not strike anywhere near as many silver dollars as the Morgan. So when you look at population reports today, it isn't that astonishing that less than 1% of the entire mintage is still known to exist today in MS-60 or better condition. That's in uncirculated or better condition. Out of the 44+ million coins struck, just 271,412 are known to exist today in MS-60 or better condition with NGC or PCGS. That breaks down to just 1 in every 165 coins struck, or almost 1/2 of 1%. The actual number is 0.6% of the entire mintage. When you can find a 1921 uncirculated Morgan dollar struck by the Philadelphia Mint with our competition, they won upwards of $136 for each of their coins. We are more than $86 less at just $49.95. That means you can buy 2 of these coins with us tonight and still save $36 versus our nearest competition for a silver dollar that is becoming harder and harder to find every year, because collectors are finally realizing that less than 1% of the entire mintage is still known to exist in this condition or better today. Call in now and grab yours while you still can. At more than $86 less than our nearest competition, these coins are not going to last long. Call in now and grab yours before we sell out. But that being said, it is time for us to move on, so let's see what's coming up next.